Welcome, I'm Cynthia Hoven with eurythmyonline.com, teaching you how to build your own personal eurythmy practice of mindful movement. This is lesson 1 of the short series featuring the immune support lessons. Remember, these lessons are funded entirely by your donations. Thank you for your support.
One by one, my co-host Michelle is welcoming you into this evening webinar, and my heart is with you as we begin this new endeavor of short eurythmy exercises. Please sign in and let us know where you come from. Here in California, it's 5:30 in the evening, and we also have viewers who are with us from Asia, and there it's the next day. So welcome to you Asians as well. I understand that I have a wide spectrum of viewers here today. Some of you have already done eurythmy with me in my daytime eurythmy series, which I've been doing since June. And others of you are even brand new to the eurythmy practice. So let me give you a few words to get us started and lay the foundation so that we can all be on the same level. What is eurythmy? It's a modern path of mindful movement based on the work of Rudolf Steiner, grounded in a firm understanding of the relationship of body, soul, and spirit. The exercises bring health and harmony by integrating your physical body, your life body, or your chi body, and your soul body. So eurythmy works by having this real understanding of how we are multi-layered beings, and our heart is grounded in spirit. I started these webinar series at the time of the COVID crisis when it first happened to us, because I was so fortunate that I haven't felt any fear at all. I feel so grounded and at peace with whatever happens, because I live my life in touch with an understanding that the self that I am will go on, and at my core I'm healthy. And I want to witness that for each one of you, indeed for every human being in the world. You are healthy, and we all need to find that place inside us that's so true, even in a time of so-called fake news, that's so loving, even in a time of dispersion. You are really divine. And that is what streams into our eurythmy practice. So let me just lay a foundation for what we're going to do. In eurythmy, yes, we move the body, but we move the body smoothly, as we do if we're moving it with our etheric body, not hard and jerky. Every movement needs to be felt. As we move, I will give you instructions, and I will also speak poetry to you, and you will internalize this poetry. But when you have your own eurythmy practice at home, you won't speak what I'm speaking to you. You'll just keep working on going down and down, deeper and more still in yourself as you remember what I've taught you. I hope that you will practice what I teach you every day, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Perhaps it will be as many as 10, 12 minutes. But if you practice a little bit each day, it will really build etheric strength. And that's better than just practicing once a week for an hour. So remember, I'm going to give you powerful narrations, and stay with me with your whole consciousness and try to pour your feelings objectively, without a lot of emoting, but strong, clear feelings into your gestures. Going to step back now so that you can see And I'm going to begin my practice here, but I begin with taking a big stretch. So I advise you to do that. I welcome you. Stretch your body. Work out the kinks. Good. Now, as you stand, the first thing I want to do is to enliven with you a sense of space, because our self is an explorer in this three-dimensional space. So as you stand, first of all, imagine stars above your head. And because there are stars above your head, you stand straight and tall. Don't look up. I want you to activate a feeling for the crown of your head. Stand straight. Push against the sky with your head. And now let the light from the stars shine into you and through you and into the core of the earth. Feel this line as living light. That's your first step. Now notice that millions of miles below the stars and thousands of miles above the center of the earth is this realm of nature, our few 100,000 miles of biosphere, and our human community. Spread your arms wide and feel what it feels like to consciously stand at the intersection of these two dimensions of space. You're in this cross. This is the archetype of time and space. And now I point out to you that there's one more dimension that's happening here, your front space and your back space. This is so important to feel in eurythmy. Your front space is the world of the senses. That's the really accessible space. And the back space, your invisible space, is your constant relationship to spirit. Now drop your arms for a moment. And I want to enliven that. And this is so important to lay our foundations. Take a step forward. Notice that we are made to love what our eyes are seeing, what our hands can grasp, all the beautiful things of the world. And now step backwards and notice that that's an entirely different feeling. But this is our most important assignment for tonight, or endeavor, to awaken the feeling of our backspace. So imagine stars shining behind you. And as you stand straight again, feel yourself between above, below, right, left, and front, back. Spread your arms wide and feel yourself in space. Go through this in your mental feeling. May peace be below me. May peace be above me. May peace be all around me. May peace be before me. May peace be behind me. And finally, bring your hands to your heart. And may peace be within me, the center of my heart, where I am in touch with my sacred core. Breathe. Feel your chest rising and falling. And feel your center of self here. That involves getting out of the head, which has so much chatter. Like it involves taming and quieting your activity, so you can just feel this place of love. The space of love is actually also connected to the stars around you, to the sun. So we're going to practice this with one of our fundamental exercises, the second exercise for tonight. I want you to spread your arms wide. Feel the stars around you. And now let your creator, your God, your spirit, fill you and welcome this light back into your heart. It's like you turn yourself inside out and outside in. And like a seed that's growing, spread your arms wide and open to the world. Bring the world back inside you and allow yourself to be reborn, if you will, re-enlivened, and give yourself away to the world, to the spirit. And as we do this, I'll speak a verse to accompany our movements. Within my heart shines the light of the sun. Within my soul weaves the warmth of the world. I will breathe the light of the sun. I will feel the warmth of the world. Light of the sun, pour into me, and warmth of the world flow through me. Drop your arms to your side. Feel all that we've created. Stars above, grounded below, your heart space enlivened. Feel yourself really present. You could go through life so aware of yourself, such confidence. And here a word. Be sure as you do all these movements, also at home, that you keep your gaze level and don't have your eyes closed. Keep your eyes open, but your gaze very soft so you can see the whole room, but looking at nothing, just letting your eyes feel space even as your arms do. Now, I told you that what I want to work on tonight is enlivening the back space. So imagine to yourself that you have great wings behind you. And these wings are like birds' wings. So let's move your arms as if they were wings for a moment, because I want to give you eurythmy arms, if you will. Imagine them with great feathers underneath, and the feathers unfurl as you lift your arms, and the feathers contract as you fold your arms to your side. Now I call this angel wings, and feel that this is more than bird wings. These are wings of an angel. And your angel is behind you, also raising and lowering his or her wings. And so let your movement be big. Feel all these feathers fill the space that you're feeling. Space around you is rich. Again, imagine that you have an angelic being behind you and that you're feeling that being as you raise and lower your arms. Relax your neck. Keep your gaze quiet. And I'll use a word that I use a lot in eurythmy. Open your back space. Open your feeling with the rich wonders of the invisible world. If we can awaken to them, we won't get tired in life. We can awaken from there, we'll always get strength. And lower your arms. Yes. Thank you. And there's one more step for this, and that is to imagine your angel is going to do an exercise that balances out what you're doing, a movement that's opposite to yours. Let me explain it to you for a moment. The angel wings will move in the opposite direction of yours. So as you lower your arms, the angel wings will be lifting. Now pretend like this is my earthly wing, and this arm is my angel wing, and I'll only do this to show you. This isn't what I will actually do. I'll be with you again in a minute. But as this earthly wing here lowers, this wing rises. For a moment they're together. And then the earthly wing, this one, sinks, falls behind my back. And the angel wing is above. And my earthly wing, I raise while the angel wing lowers, like that. What are we doing here? We're enlivening even more the feeling of these open feathers behind us, beautiful as peacocks, if you will. So we'll begin with our arms above our head and imagine those angel wings behind you. Folded, I open my wings. The angel wings are rising. They meet here. The angel wings are rising above while mine sink. And again, and we'll do this 3 more times. Open your back. And again. And one more time. And rest. Stand straight and tall. And now we come to the final exercise for the evening. And this series that we're doing is called the Immune Support Series. And there are several exercises that we can do that help us to gain real fundamental strength that can help us strengthen our forces of immunity. The one that we're going to do now is based on what we've just been preparing. It is called an exercise of awe, of wonder, and of reverence for what is greater than us. The awe, the first part of the exercise, is creating the eurythmy sound gesture, ah. What is the ah? Just like the mouth is open-throated when we say ah, so the arms are open-throated. But with this gesture, we're experiencing kind love and amazement and adoration for the world. Try to notice how my arms are. They're not too wide, nor are they narrow. They're just at this angle, which corresponds to the angle that my larynx is making. Ah. And with that, I feel I can imagine forests and flowers and beauty, birds, swans. I can imagine the beautiful world in front of me. And now, friends, comes the second half of the exercise, because your good angel taps you on your back and says, I'm so glad you love the world, but remember also the spirit world behind you. And so lift those wings that we've just been practicing like this. And now you stand in this gesture, and this is called the gesture for reverence, in adoration of the higher world. And imagine stars behind you. You can go even further, imagine beings behind you. And now notice that they are everywhere behind you, and lower your arms gradually down through your back. Your eyes are very passive because you're feeling your back space all the way down to your heels. You got it? And now you can use your eyes again, but notice that you're feeling in a new balance between front space and back space. Now, as we do this, imagine that from the back space, you have access to the archetypes of this world. This is what we do at night when we fall asleep. We leave our bodies and we go back to the realms of the archetypes. And when we practice this exercise, we're also going to the realms of the archetypes, and these archetypes are even the sources of health for all of our organs, for our bodies, as well as for our souls. And so by practicing this, we really strengthen our forces of immunity. Let's practice this exercise now 7 times, as you'll do at home, or you could do it 10 times, 7 times in a row. Step forward in adoration. I love the sense world. You don't say that, you feel that. Ah. And now I remember the archetypes. I open myself to them so that they can stream into me. They fill me. I am whole. And again, going forwards. Just like our daily life, filled with world, and I remember where I come from. Lower my arms and let the light of spirit shine into me with reverence. Breathe. Notice each time you do it, you've opened a door to the unseen. Do it again. I love the world. You're speaking with your arms. Your angel taps you. Reverence for the space behind you. And let yourself bathe in starlight, feeling your back. Take at least one good breath before you do it again. And in that breath, feel yourself newly enlivened. And again, as you practice building this etheric habit into yourself. And reverence. Take a breath, feel how your back is changing. Again, I love the sense world, but you can also think when you drive cars or sit on computers all day, it goes to excess. This is too much, but releases you from all of that stress of the sense world. It's another part of the sense world, the stress. And this lets you fill yourself with health. Stand straight in yourself with enough strength to go back into the world, be it into the world of stress, keyboards and tasks and cars, be it into the world of stress or into the world of beauty. And then drop your arms. Shining light on your back. Spirit is real. And one last time. And release through your back. And finished. Take a deep breath. And another. Fold your arms because you're ready to leave your eurythmy practice now. But just like in prayer or in meditation, before you leave this place that you've created, You want to imprint it into yourself. In a moment, you can be your pedestrian self again. There we go. Thank you. Let me give you a few last words. I'll review what we did. We began with feeling this cross above, below, right, left, front, back. And then we felt our center. Out of the center, we practiced the opening and closing exercise, expansion and contraction. From there, we work to open the back space so that we would be ready for the culminating exercise of ah. I have written all of these and a couple more on the PDF that you have received. Those of you who are new and signing in, you'll get that PDF in the next mailing that I send out tonight or tomorrow morning. And in that PDF, I'll also give you the link to these exercises in the as I posted as a YouTube video. So you'll be able to do that. This series of exercises can take you about 10 minutes. I really ask you or urge you to take time to at least do this final culminating exercise 7 times. That's really the most precious one. And that exercise can be done at night, best done at night. In the next weeks, I'll give you some others that are better done in the morning. And it is 2 minutes till. If there are any urgent questions, you can ask them and Michelle will post them to me or give them to me and I can talk to you for just a moment here. And please remember, always, this is only possible through the support of you financially. And yes, this is a free gift from me, but the energy exchange is important. So if you can make a donation, please do so. Thank you. Michelle, are there any questions to attend to? Michelle, if you're there, I can't hear you.
Now I'm not muted. We seem to be just fine. There
Excellent.
are comments coming in, and I think we're just absorbing all of that beautiful energy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you'll be back next week. There's so much to share. My journey is to try to give you such clear yet inspiring words so that you can keep up with this incredibly deep movement practice in the condensed amount of time that you have. So let's see where we can get on this journey. Thank you for joining me, and blessings on you.